Hi, I'd like to start the show with a song, New Year. It's being offered to connect to real guidance and a real education about what's really going on in life. Today, I guess we'll start talking about the fires that are happening on the earth right now and what we've become aware of, why there's so much fire. It seems like our air has been being contaminated with certain things that are that cause the fires to burn more than usual, catch fire easier and burn hotter and more. Besides the laser weapons that it seems like some of the governments, the information is showing that they've used these technical seemingly new lasers to start fires in certain areas, like the fire in Paradise, California. They say that it was because of power lines and that the electric company was responsible, but then you see pictures of these lasers that people have captured with their technology, their cell phones or whatever they're catching the pictures with, of these lasers being shot down from the sky. And it's something that we aren't aware of, how much these are being used on Earth, whether it's by the governments under the control of the reptilians, because there's probably a lot of the reptilians in the government that influence the military and all the science people to create things that they want to happen on Earth for their benefit, the reptilians' benefit. We have Dean Val with us today. Yeah, go ahead.
Perfect timing. I was just going to tell the audience, maybe if they don't know what directed energy weapons are or do, DEW, I'm just going to read this. A directed energy weapon is a ranged weapon that damages its target with highly focused energy, including laser, microwaves, and particle beams. The type of weapon that emits energy in an aimed direction without the means of a projectile. It transfers energy to a target for a desired effect. And this is nothing new with the military. They've used this in the Middle East to destroy their enemy, and they're using it apparently right now for to start these fires that are, again, they're beamed energy to create the heat in the fires. That, these fires, again, I've been camping, and it's not easy to start a fire, even in the wind. And when people say, that started by firecracker or power line or careless campers, and these aren't. There may be some of that, but it's not that easy to start a fire, especially with the people with all the satellite photography and supposedly the monitoring of these forests. I mean, where are these people that are supposed to monitor the forest and not let the fires get out of hand? I mean, suddenly this is a huge problem. So we see it as that and it's been proven, like you said, Tim, people have shot and have captured on photograph and video these laser beams being shot down from the sky to start these fires, and to just and they're hot too. They're just like you say too. The atmosphere in the soil is full of metals and aluminum, and they just burn hot, and they can't be put out that easily, if at all. They have to let them burn. So I just wanted to tell the listeners here, directed energy weapons, you can research that further, but DEWs.
I had it on mute. This modern technology. That's part of what this new presentation is about here on Earth, is that we're sharing what's really going on so people can become aware, because it's pretty much kept hidden from the masses what's actually going on our planet. This is all cause and effect, and there are beings that are causing all kinds of what we consider to be not healthy things for our planet and for our physical bodies, and messing with our air and our water and our food, and destroying the very plants, timber, and things on Earth that are providing us oxygen. Besides, we've got all these, I guess what you'd call almost emergency situations, like Fukushima pouring out the worst poison we've been able to create here on Earth, practically into the ocean constantly, and the nations of the world don't seem to think it's anything that they should all get together and encapsulate the whole thing to prevent it from getting into the oceans. I just seen some information, pictures that was amazing of the amount of fish that have died in Alaska this very summer. It was unbelievable. It looks like it's hard to comprehend that many fish could die all of a sudden together. But these fires that are taking place on Earth, like Europe right now, it looks like the end of the world. The person can check up this information about the fires. It looks like all over the planet there's massive fires going on. It's the second worst fire season in Canada and the British Columbia area on record. A lot of that's burning. A lot of the Siberia and Russia in big areas are on fire, burning it up. Besides, there's information available that if you take a look at where all the fires are on this planet right now, it just is amazing how much fire is going on. And this is kind of part of we're becoming aware of, is this destruction of our food, air, and water here on our planet. The burning up of our forests, it seems to be a continuous thing, because part of the earth is in the summer and part of the earth is in the winter. So they burn up one part in the summertime area of the earth, and then they burn up another part in the summertime on the other part of the earth. And so it's just something that we're trying. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me read this from an article here. Let me talk about the Amazon being on fire. And you can see it from space. I mean, it's that huge. Normally, the Amazon there's so much moisture in the Amazon that it's been fire-free in the past history, but now, due to the purposely started fires all around the world, including the Amazon, yes, it's getting its share too. So I'll read this little article. Forest fires in the Amazon are generating smoke that can be seen from space and may have caused a daytime blackout more than 1,700 miles away in the country's largest city. In the middle of the day, Monday, the sky above Sao Paulo in Brazil was blanketed by smoke from the wildfires raging in the Amazon region. According to the local media reports, the smoke resulting from some of these wildfires was also captured in satellite images released by NASA last week. The smoke did not come from fires from the state of Sao Paulo, but from very dense and wide fires that have been going on for several days in Rondônia and Bolivia. The cold front changed the direction of the winds and transported the smoke to Sao Paulo. Amazon rainforest has experienced a record number of fires this year, citing new data released by the country's space agency. The agency said its satellite data detected more than 72,000 fires since January, an 83% increase over the same period of 2018. Now, shouldn't someone's eyebrows be raised with this? Like, what's going on here? Are these natural causes? Brazil President Bolsonaro, who recently fired the space agency's director, brushed off the news, telling Reuters it was attributed to the time of year when farmers use fire to clear the land. Oh boy, that doesn't sound very good. This is just, if people don't see this, it's just amazing. I can see why they don't see it. It's not in the news. It's not up front in the 6 o'clock news. But these are huge happenings. This is our survival. This is like our oxygen. It's getting out of hand. And I know you, Tim, you get it from Canada, even the smoke from Canada. And we were talking about, you're surprised maybe the Siberian fires could have blown over to you in Oregon as well.
Yeah. This is all part of this agenda that seems to be what we're becoming aware of on Earth about the reptilians having this planet, us humans as the human farming prison planet, that they seem to, from the information that is available about what's real, for everybody to find out for themselves, it's like we see the planets like Venus, Mars, and once upon a time they could have been just like this Earth in ways, had life all over, flourishing and in its natural environment, whatever form that was for those planets. But then it seems like that what takes place on these planets, like our Earth is experiencing right now, is that there are aliens that have decided that they're going to use this planet for their needs or wants or benefit, and they don't seem to care very much at all about the humans, how what they do affects us, and they've done so much to convince everybody that, oh, this is the way things are, and so many people seem to have decided to agree that, oh yeah, there's nothing that seems to be unusual. This is just the way life is in this physical realm. But I guess these are all lessons that are for our benefit in the long run, to learn what isn't real in these psych realms compared to real universes where there is no authoritarians and brutalitarians like these reptilians have controlled this earth through the government and through the religions and through the educational system that has been developed on Earth. So we've been deceived so much about what's really going on. So it's just an attempt to try to wake people up a bit to find out for themselves what's really going on. This new presentation can be accessed on the modern technology through the WWWE or www.worldwideeducators.com to check out and see what it's presenting so that everyone can find out why we came here. And that's what's so important on Earth at this present time, is that we need to get to know what life actually is all about. These psych realms, we have this physical we're in on this earth with all these fires taking place and the air being poisoned and the water being poisoned and the food being changed from a natural into an unnatural source for people to eat. And we have the astral, and that's the emotional part. We see all these violent things going on the earth, like wars and the incarceration, starvation, and our health problems, and it's a lot of feeling going on. People experiencing all kinds of drama to deal with, and